Welcome back to another video. This time we're going to do the cover. It's taken me a while to get back with this video tutorial because I ran out of chipboard. So I went online, and just for your information, the cheapest place I found was Walmart, and it was $8.95 for 25 sheets, which is a really good price. And I think shipping was, I don't know, just probably $2.95 I think, or something. So just FYI. So yeah, so we're gonna do this, use this chipboard. And when I was going through looking at my Halloween paper, since this is going to be a Halloween mini album, it's not so mini anymore, but I decided that I wanted to do it in black. So while I was waiting for the chipboard, I went ahead and made all the components we made in craft cardstock in black. So this is the binding, and these are the base pages in black. Well, that's not a base page. You'll see what that is in a minute. These are the base pages that, once I trim those down, will fit right onto here. Now that I'm in framing, you can see. So these are the base pages. There's 6 of them. I'm still doing 6 pages. Here are the quad folds in black. Oops. We go this way. So here's the quad folds in black, and I will be doing swing tabs, magnets, all that good stuff. And here are the pages put together. Now I did change one. Oh, these are the envelope page. This is the envelope page in black. So you can see we'll have a pocket here and the long pocket here. So we will have that, and there's 6 of those. And then I also obviously redid the pages in black. So I don't know why I didn't use black in the first place, but anyway, so there is one thing that I changed. It goes like this, opens left to right. Instead of doing 4 in the middle, I did 3, just to decrease bulk a little bit, but I think it'll be fine either way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, plus our envelope page that will attach to it. And we've got, again, 6 pages for that, and they're all put together. And I did them the exact same way I did on the tutorial. They're just in black and with one less component to them. Okay? So we're going to put this away, and we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and make this cover, and I'm just going to do it as a process video, so the video's not so long, and you don't have to sit there hearing me go on and on about this, that, and the other. And here are the resin pieces that finally finished. I probably showed them in another video, but I'll just show you real quick. We got the creepy hand. I'll just show you a couple of them. The spider, which is a must-have, and I'm going to paint whatever eyes on there. And then, yeah, just the owl and the other stuff I've shown. There's a couple I poured a couple of mustaches, but those probably aren't going to go in this book. I'm not for sure yet. And then I did a couple of these frames. I did the resin, and then I put the Viva Decor on there and rubbed some gold on there on both of these. And I also did some gold on one of the red on one of the black flowers. The Inca, yeah. I don't know if I like that, but I mean, it's okay, I guess. And then I did red and black roses. Okay, and there's the owl, if you didn't see it before. Yeah, so basically, it's just stuff like that. Little things I can use. And then I did do this cameo right here. And it's got a skull head at the top. And then it's just, and you can see that it's kind of bendy, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be secured down to the page. So it won't make a difference. Alright, so that's all that, and we'll get to that when we're decorating pages. Alright, so we're just going to do this, and what you'll need for this, you will need, let's see, 2 pieces of 12 by 12 chipboard. Oh, one other thing I did change. I changed the dimensions on just the height. I just made more even numbers. I went with 11.5 for the height pages, and the book's going to be 12 inches tall, still 6 inches wide. So I'll probably make them 6.5 inches wide, just so there's plenty of room for tags to stick out and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So I will need, yeah, two should still be plenty. Okay. So this is just going to be a process video, like I said. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting at 6.5. Now, just remember, I have had this cutter for a long time. It's not my favorite, but the other one is going to be too hard to dig out. So this is going to be 6.5 on this particular cutter, and you're probably going to have to go over it a good 5 or 6 times. Okay, so here we go. everything is cut now. So I did 6 and probably 6 and 5/8 on here. And then I went ahead and did 3 1/2. Binding. Yeah, it's about 3 1/2. We'll go with it. It's going to be covered by paper, so it doesn't really make a difference. As long as everything matches and lines up, it'll be fine. Alright, so all I did is cut these two pieces of the envelope apart. And don't throw this away because you can keep using it. You cut and use and whatever you need. So I'm going to cut this at, let's see, we need some coverage there. So if the binding's 3 1/2, I'll cut it at probably 5. That way it'll give me a lot of stability. Maybe. Okay, well first I'm going to trim this down to 12 inches. Okay. I'll go a little bit over just so I can trim it on the other end. Alright, so let's make this 12 inches even. Alright. Yeah, and with all these fibers in here, it does stick together. And now you don't have to use this. You can use duct tape, you can use whatever, but I'm going to use this. So yeah, so this is the way we're doing it. Okay, so 12 and okay, so we need this to be, it's 12 inches, so we're going to cut it on 5 inches right here. 5, I can't really distribute 5 that well, so I'll do 6. I'll do 3 and 3 and put it right in the middle. And we'll see what it looks like. Alright. And I'm going to show you how this is going to lay. How we're going to lay it out. Let's put that away. And also, before you cut this piece, make sure you measure this so you can get a good idea that your piece is going to fit. And I'm going to go ahead and I did an inch, about 1.5 inches overhang on the side right here. Okay, so this, you're going to lay it out. Alright, so we're going to need to lay this out, get rid of this piece. Okay, and then we're going to lay this. Make sure I got the right one first. Don't keep extra pieces on your side. You might attach the wrong thing, because I would probably do that. Just saying. Alright. Okay. So if you have a mat like this, you can just line it all up on here. It will make your life a little bit easier. And here's this. And this. And go ahead and use this to give you how much of a gap. You do not want more of a gap than that, but that's about where you want it at, right there. And that's like perfect right there. And now I'm just going to put this together just so I can get an idea of where this is going to go. So it's going to go basically just like this, but it's going to go on the back of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive all over this. Okay. And then we'll lay it down. Alright, so let's get some adhesive. Alright. And you want to put a lot of adhesive on here, because this is basically, you can see you're not going to rip this, and you can see there's tons of fibers in there. You're not going to damage this. So just do it on all the edges first. Okay. All right. Put it on all the edges. And all this is going to get wrapped with your black cardstock. So yeah. All right, so Okay, so our cover, you see it. So I put extra tape here. So when I put the binding down, there's also going to be tape here, all over here. So that way your binding is double secure. So I'm just going to tape this up, and then we're going to put this down, and then we will be ready to start working on our pages. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to put in fast forward now. Alright, so this is the last part of this tutorial. You can see all the adhesive I put in there, and I also put the red sticky tape here. That stuff is super, super sticky. And then you can see that I've got these all together. Well, actually, we're not going to stick this down. Wait, let me think. I'm going to put a charm on my book, so I'm going to go ahead and put my hole in now. I'm going to use my little handy crocodile, and I'm going to go ahead and poke the hole now before my pages. So let me see this here, how this is going to go. So this is what it looks like right now. And like I said, this isn't going to matter because I'm going to go ahead and paper wrap each piece for whatever from when I do my decorating. So you'll never even see that part. And then you can just, if you have any, you won't see this. You'll see this. You might not even see that. So we'll see. We will see how it goes. So that's what happens when you try to make a 12-inch book. And none of this you'll see. It'll be all covered. All of this up here, any imperfections you see will be covered by pattern paper. So it doesn't matter if this is straight. Again, it's all going to be covered up. So we're going to, oops. Okay, so I'm going to do flaps. But like I said in the other video, if you don't want to, you can do this and you'll just put more adhesive here and more adhesive here on top, and then you'll stick it down, and you won't have any anchors. I want to have anchors because my pages are going to be heavy. So you can do what you want with that. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to do a book charm too. So first thing I want to do is take, ooh, that poked my finger. That did not feel good. Alright, let's get this off here. Alright. take the first one, and it doesn't matter how much you put in here. I just put it down to have extra, so that way when I'll just have more anchoring. You're going to keep this down, and make sure when you put any adhesive on the edges, you don't go into your grooves right here, because you're going to need that. And just make sure you've worked your grooves really good. And like I said, just leave a cardboard space in between. You can fold paper and put in there, or you can just guesstimate. That's normally what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down, and then we're going to punch a hole, and then we'll be done. Then the next video will be putting our pages together, meaning we've got a lot of components put together. It's not fully put together yet. So, and especially this black one isn't, because I redid it, but we're going to put all our pattern paper down and all that stuff. So I need to decide what I'm going to put down. I've got a stack, a huge stack of Halloween paper. Any cutesy paper is going to go out of the pile. I'm not doing a kid's album here. I want to do a spooky type album here. I'm going to make tags and all that. So I'll try to get it done by Halloween. Should be. Alright, just taking the tape, the adhesive off. Let's get this here. And this does take a lot of adhesive, because you don't want your book to fall apart on you. If you put all this work into it, you don't want it to fall apart. Now, I'm even going to add a little bit of wet adhesive in here where the majority of the weight is going to be, which is in the center. Alright, just because. Alright, so let's put a little bit here, here. I'm leaving it, you'll see I'm leaving a gap there because I'm going to hole punch right there in the center. And I'm going to, it's not going to be precise, but it'll be a good number. So just adding a little bit extra, because liquid adhesive, this stuff is, I mean, the sticky tape is good, but I think liquid adhesive is stronger, especially this particular liquid adhesive. I think it's better. So, and like I've said before, I don't put a cap, I just put a little, whatever, stick pin in there. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you go with it. I mean, you can see it's pretty much the same. So just try to get it as even as you can. Okay, and just try to get your, make sure, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to zoom in for a minute. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking about. You see this right here? Right? Okay, right there. Alright, you see this? Right here. You want to make sure that you're not going over here or up here and try to get it even. And you're going to want to make sure everything is sticking down, and make sure you have your make sure you have your pages, make sure you have your pages are within your binding and not over here or over here. Your book won't close, okay? Alright, so let's just stick this down real good. And I can tell you right now, this binding is not going anywhere after all this adhesive we've put down. And like some people don't like to put their binding down first. I think it's fine. Some people attach their pages first. I'm not doing that. I don't do it that way. So, and I like to be able to cover this piece. Let's zoom back out. There. I like to be able to cover this anchor with pattern paper. So you just basically, you just rub it in, make sure all the adhesive down is down really good. And like I said, make sure you have plenty of adhesive. You can see that I have plenty. And so you just want to press You just want to press down in that groove. Work it in really good. Alright. And just kind of stick your fingernail in there. You can use a bone folder. You can use whatever you want to get that crease in there really good, because you definitely want that. So we're going to do that. Okay. Down. Down. Alright. There we go. And look. Let's zoom back out. Oops. Stupid thing. Alright. There. And now we've got our book, and our edges line up, and our inside is good. And so we're going to put this off to the side, and it'll be good that we're putting this off to the side, because then you can let everything dry and all that stuff. So, and just remember that white glue is going to dry completely clear, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so I think we're done for now, and we will, yep, just move along with this. I'm going to, let me go ahead and put my hole punch in. I like to use the bigger one because I want to anchor it really good, because I'm going to make a chunky charm for this book. So, yeah. Alright, so just try to get whichever end is going to be your top at this point right now. It doesn't matter. This is all going to get covered with paper, ribbon, all kinds of stuff, so we're not worried about that. So this is going to be my bottom. This is my top. And then you just, here, let's get this so you can see. Okay. And then just go in about, where are we at? Let's get it so you can see. Okay. And just go about right. Did that cut? Nope. Just go a little bit higher than that. Just go in the third space right there, and just go about right there should do it. Okay, make sure I'm in frame so you can see. Okay, there we go. And there's our hole for our charm. So that's all done. We put our pages in. We won't have to worry about none of that, because it's already done. And it doesn't have to be perfectly centered paper or whatever fabric you're going to put over. For that, we're going to be covering this. We're going to be covering all of it. So we won't have to worry about that. Everything will be covered. And you can see that the hole for our charm is in the middle. So that is all for this time. I will see you back once another video is uploaded. Hope everyone has a good week. Talk to you later. Bye.